Yeah.
We are the blueprint, and the Anthony Brown shirts grind until you shine. Get yours today.
Just-in-time accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. TeAma Copeland is your independent paparazzi agent. Join her live online Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join her on Facebook at TeAma Sweetness Copeland or her fan page, Just-in-Time Accessories, or you can find her on YouTube at Teama Herice. That once again is Just-in-Time Accessories. Everything is only $5. Nickel and lead-free jewelry. TeAma Copeland, independent paparazzi agent. Just-in-Time Accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. Check her out.
The Shepherd's Heart AME Church of Royal Palm Beach. Contemporary worship for this present age. At the Shepherd's Heart, we're centered on Christ, focused on family, and united in love. We are a come-as-you-are church. No dress code, no judgment, no kidding. The Shepherd's Heart AME Church, where the pastor is yours truly, Reverend Liam South. We're an out-of-the-box ministry. Come, break out of the box with us.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Get in here, get in here. How y'all doing this evening? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Anthony Brown Show. I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown, and welcome to this segment that we call the A.T.L. I am joined tonight by the very bold, the very beautiful Miss T. Savage herself.
Hello, everyone.
And of course, I am also joined by the fashionista, Mr. Legacy the Great.
What it is, A.T.L. Hold the building, baby.
I tell you, that's an adolescent spirit.
Okay.
We're gonna just pray for that. I just want to remind everybody.
Let's pray that we get this A.T.L. whole out.
I just want to remind everybody once again, definitely hit that subscribe button. You come in, hit the subscribe button. We're on our road to 5,000, so we can't get there without you. So it doesn't cost anything, So hit the subscribe button and definitely hit the like and comment. Again, I'm the A.T.L. show.
Thank you.
Yeah, again, I'm the Anthony Brown Show, and I can be found on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitter. Okay. And once again, just want to remind everybody also, don't forget to go out and get your Goalie gummies. When you purchase your Goalie gummies, use the discount code TheATL. That's one word, the ATL, TheATL. So go to goalie.com and get your Goalie gummies. And when you purchase the gummies, right now they're running a promotion. You use our discount code. If you use our discount code, you get right now they're running a special of 20% off using our discount code. And I think this code goes until the 21st of this month. So definitely jump on that. So go ahead and order your Goalie gummies, and that definitely supports the show. So you order Goalie gummies, it supports us, and we greatly appreciate that. And don't forget to pick up your merchandise. We have, shirts, tank tops, jerseys, onesies, polo type shirts, hoodies. So just go over there to and order your merchandise. The link is in the description below. And there's also a way that you can support the channel as well. So we definitely appreciate that as well. And the last and final way that you can also support the channel is there's a link strolling on the bottom of the screen. You can send a Cash App, and that is much appreciated as well. How you doing, Miss Millie? Maki Job TV. Good evening, A.T.L. family. Miss Millie's in the house.
Hey, Miss Millie.
Okay, I think I just about got all of the announcements out. So how are we doing this evening?
I'm doing well. I'm just getting ready to have a good time this weekend, and I'm ready. Tomorrow can't go by quick enough.
You're leaving tomorrow?
First time on the plane in what? How am I? 30-something? In over 20 years.
Okay.
I'm so nervous.
You're nervous? You can't be nervous. God don't give you the spirit of fear. He give you love, peace, and sound mind.
Okay, real.
So you can't be nervous. So when you're nervous,
Well, he probably gave you nerves.
So when you're nervous, that means you're doubting God.
He need to give you a good reception. Your background is woo.
I am driving.
What did he say?
He's driving.
Well, you should have been stationary. You know we have to be
Exactly. You know we go live at 9 o'clock.
Right for the kid. There ain't nobody for to go there with you. Ain't like the time change.
With you.
Well, come on with it, cause I'm ready. You ain't ready. You can't get into it with me because you know I'm right.
You're not right.
I am right.
You're supposed to have been in place. You're supposed to have been in place at 8:55.
Well, I am in place. I was on the site. I was on the A.T.L backdrop at 9.
Wow, 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 wow.
This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable because one, your sound is muffled and it sounds horrible. So that's why you're not in place.
Hold on. No, I can fix that.
Disconnect.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me better?
Keep talking.
Yes.
Yes, it
Can
sounds
you
better.
hear me?
Yes.
We said yes, sir. Can you hear us is the question.
Okay.
And at the same token, the fans should be able to see you because, you know, they love and adore you.
I understand that there, but you need to tell that to Savage and TeAma more.
You need to tell us what?
Stop using your avatar so much because the fan love and adore you.
I only used Avatar last week. Thank you.
Girl, you use the avatar all the time.
Only when I'm going to the restroom or something, but most of the time my
Or
camera is on.
eating.
I like to see me. I love me.
Or eating.
I don't eat on camera unless it's an emergency.
Now, children.
Well, this is an emergency right now. What I'm doing.
Now, children. Are we going to get along? Do I have to put y'all in timeout?
Put that fool in timeout.
I knew you were gonna say that too. You always want somebody in timeout.
Look, can you drive right? I heard that truck blowing at you.
No, I blew the horn at them.
Whatever you say.
So you're doing road rage.
Was you here to see it? And keep your nostril nose closed.
Avatar, just for you, sir.
I had two things I wanted to show y'all real quick so we can talk about before we get into tonight's topic.
Let's do it.
And let me know what y'all think about this. This is what we're becoming.
Shit.
Where women proposing to men?
Yes.
It's about damn time.
So
I will never.
You know what? I'm so sick. I am sick of this shit where people think that it is the man's job to bend his knee to ask a motherfucker to be his. And no. A man is just as valuable. Hold on. A man is just as valuable and just as important to the marriage as the woman is. So
correct. But biblically speaking, the Bible says the man who finds a wife finds a good thing. Yes, I am.
But that's true. But he didn't say you had to bow down before her and ask her to be married to him.
Well, if you don't ask her to be married, then you didn't find a wife. I mean, the wife found the husband.
That's what you. No. That's what you have been taught. That is all traditional. That's not a fact. That is tradition. That a man is to bow his knee and ask a woman to marry him. That's not a fact. That is tradition.
Gorgeous say the devil is a lie.
Well, Gorgeous keep being a lie.
That's my sister. Tell him, Keith, that's a man's job. That's right.
That's not a man's job. That's whoever feel like they want to do it first.
Wow.
Kudos to the women that find themselves enough humility to find themselves worthy and to find a man worthy that she don't want to wait on a man to ask her, and she took it upon herself to go ahead and ask him because she's not wasting any time by waiting on him to propose to her. So she put it all
He
on the
got to
line.
know the woman's value. When he recognizes that,
What value? What value? What value? What fucking value?
A woman's value?
A woman, what? All she gonna give a nigga is some pussy. That's it.
What the hell is wrong with you, Legacy?
What's wrong with these stinking ass women that think that they deserve the motherfucking world?
I didn't say that. I said recognize a woman's value.
Hold on.
I'm not talking about vagina.
We ask. That's 99% of what y'all bring to the table.
That is not 99% of what women bring to the table. Vagina.
That's 99%.
That means you dealing with some dumb bitches. That's what that means.
No, that don't mean
if she can't fuck you mentally, I stimulate you mentally, how she gonna do it physically? But you a whole hoe, so it don't matter. As long as you got a split.
The vast majority of women do not stimulate a man mentally. Their body stimulates the man.
Okay, Lexi. That's your personal opinion.
Tony. Okay, now Tony, Tony, we've had this discussion.
That's what I'm talking about, Keita. What the F? That's a lie.
Listen, Tony, we both have had this discussion before. Now, could you break down what you broke down to me, Tony, the other day about how men see women and how women see men?
Men are visual. They see you for what you are. Women are nurturers, and they try to change a man and create the man. So a woman.
So before we could even see anything, we see body. We see vagina. After that, we learn everything else that comes with it.
So is that what we come to now?
What do you mean by come to now? Tony, growing up, did you not believe in the way that Christianity was taught to you?
Growing up, I believe that growing up, yes.
Okay, growing up, that's how you believed it. Because that was traditionally taught to you that way, right?
Right.
So, along with that being taught to you traditionally, you was also taught traditionally that the way that a person get married is if a man get down on his knee and ask a woman for her hand in marriage, right?
Correct.
So all of that is tradition. And if you can reject and refute the Christianity way of belief that you were so taught as a child, then you can also refute and change the way that you view marriage and how it is perceived to go in order for someone to be married. You don't have to wait around. A woman don't have to wait around and wait on no man to ask her to marry him. She can save time by going ahead and do it if she wants to be married. And if the nigga tell her no, then she can move on with her life because she know that he don't want to do nothing. But if she waits on him and 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 years done pass, and this nigga ain't asked you for your hand in marriage, now you done damn near wasted 15 years of your youth on somebody who ain't never tried or never thought about being married.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Legacy. So you'll be okay with a woman proposing to you?
Yes, if she feels like that she wants to get that question out there and she asks me, and it might blow me away to decide that, you know what, this is the woman I need to marry, because this woman is not waiting around asking me, when am I going to ask her? She done went and got a ring and got on her knees and says, you know what?
Like a damn fool,
I love you.
Like a fucking fool.
Because obviously, the way that marriages are going nowadays, I'm just telling you, men proposing to women, the shit ain't working out. Women proposing to women, the shit ain't working out. So none of this shit ain't no good then.
You so negative. He just said all men are not the same. Speak for yourself. I know that's right, Seth.
Okay, I spoke for myself. But if Miss Keita take herself down to the courthouse and look at the divorce rate then you come back and tell me why more people are getting divorced than they are getting married.
Okay. Here's another picture I want to share with you guys. Did y'all know that Bill Gates and his wife was getting divorced?
This whole finna get paid.
Say what, Tony?
That Bill Gates and his wife is filing for divorce.
Oh, you talking about Bill Gates? Yeah, I knew about that over a week ago.
Yeah. And see the lady right there.
She finna be a rich woman.
See the lady right there on the little picture, and Winblad. That's his.
I don't see no picture, Tony.
It's on screen in front of you.
Oh, I see it now.
Well, that's his side piece, the little picture. And every time he go on vacation or go on a trip, he already had his wife's approval to take his side piece. Is that something?
Yeah, it is.
But
when you got money, when a man got money, sometimes women will tolerate ignorance like that right there.
Oh, when he got money, but if he broke, y'all ain't taking shit.
I didn't say me. I said sometimes women. I'm not women, sir.
I didn't say you. I didn't say you. I didn't say you. You said women would tolerate more if a man got money.
Some women will, yes, sir.
Okay, so basically, the vast majority of women that do deal with me and decide to stay in relationships that is unhealthy because you're staying in there because you have become accustomed to being bought.
They're accustomed to that coin.
Yes, you've been accustomed to being bought. So therefore, exactly. So they stay in the relationship long enough to get the alimony, meaning that you know. And I don't know if they got. I don't even know if they got kids, but I know that she gonna walk away with a buku of money.
Yes, she is.
She's gonna walk. I think all their kids are grown.
That's why I'm telling you the honest God truth. If I ever hit the lottery,
how long they been married?
Forever.
Like 20 some years.
This whole finna get his aid.
Listen, this is why ever hit the lottery, I could never get married.
Oh, shut up. You'll be dead in the year anyway because everybody hit the lottery dies.
I can't hear you.
So you'll be dead in the year anyway because everybody who hit the lottery die.
No, they don't. They just be broke in a year.
Look it up. Look up all the people that died after they hit the lottery. I don't want it.
Well, listen. So those are two pictures that I found on Instagram that I just had to share with you guys and wanted to discuss real quick. But I was like, that's very interesting. They're getting a divorce, and apparently he's been. And also it's also rumored that he's stepping down from CEO of Microsoft because there's infidelity with him and one of the coworkers.
Oh, so he just slinging it everywhere, huh?
I can't hear you, Legacy.
I said the man is a billionaire. He has that right to.
The right to do what?
He got a right to sling it everywhere because he's a billionaire, even though he got a whole wife.
I mean, she signed up for it. She know.
You sound like a effing fool.
Why I gotta be a fool? Because my belief is different than yours.
No, there ain't no belief. Ain't nobody got no right to cheat on nobody because they got money. They don't even sound right.
It's
more acceptable when you got the right to. He made vows, bro.
Savage, I love you, but that's my belief.
He made vows, sir.
That shit ain't real.
They call that stinking thinking. Let's get into tonight's topic. Enough about those two pictures. Enough about those two pictures. Also, I want to remind everybody that look out for my book. It's coming out in June. June, my book will be launched and released. So, Stugs and Homeboys Do It Too. It's a compilation of erotica. So make sure y'all look out for the book. It's coming out in June. I'll be posting the website and a link that you can purchase the book. So it's my first book, my first release. I'm excited. But let's get into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is holidays and who do they benefit? Well, the other night I was on the phone with a friend of mine and we were having a discussion about various holidays, and the thing that came up was all the holidays benefit the females.
Damn near.
You know, and then I was talking to my friend girl Bridget today. Bridget was saying to me, yeah, even compare Mother's Day to Father's Day. She said, you know, Mother's Day, they want to take the mother out for candlelight dinner, a movie, a spa date where she's getting a full body massage, getting her feet done, getting her nails done, getting her hair done, maybe a makeover, even a
car wash, car clean,
brand new car,
jewelry, all of that,
a cruise, you know, all this for Mother's Day. Father's Day, you give them a pair of socks and a card.
And a power tool.
No, not even that.
I had a discussion about that also, and it's crazy because it's the truth. If you look at the sales of merchandise from Christmas all the way to Mother's Day, every bit of it benefits women and children and shit for the dad. They're gonna go get something because they know that it's unbalanced. Women are gonna go buy something. But the shit that women expect, they're not gonna do the same when it comes to a man's birthday, the vast majority. They're not gonna do the same on Valentine's Day that the man should do for the woman. And they're not gonna do the same on Father's Day that a man, or Valentine's Day or for a man. And why it's like, well, I'm gonna say this. I've never been a woman. That's why I said some women, but the vast majority of them, they're not going out spending $2,000 and $3,000 and $4,000 on a man. A motherfucker that's broke has to at least spend $500. So now he got to save a few dollars from after spending all his money on Christmas. He got to turn around, spend some more money in January for the New Year's. Then he got to turn right around again and spend some more money for Valentine's Day. Now, let's just calculate this day. Let's calculate. From Christmas, you talking about Christmas Day.
Start November. Thanksgiving, you start spending money.
Well, but you're spending the money for Christmas. You're spending that money towards December 25th. But I'm just talking about after the Christmas Day hit. From Christmas to January, from Christmas to January the 25th is 30 days, 31 days. And from January 26th to Valentine's Day is about another 20 days. That has been less than 50 days of you just showing love and affection for Christmas. That you got to turn right back again and remember that you ain't did shit for Christmas, so you need to show me again for Valentine's Day. Kiss whole ass.
You sound like you're mad because you ain't getting enough presents or something. You mad?
I don't believe in holidays.
So you don't celebrate. So you don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
Hell no.
Christmas, Thanksgiving.
No. Listen, what I'm saying about Thanksgiving, let me just show you. Thanksgiving is not about giving gifts. Thanksgiving is about eating.
Christmas ain't about giving gifts either.
Then why do you do it?
But that's what society has made it.
Because it's been commercialized. That's why.
Okay, so there's no way it benefits you financially other than take away what you already made.
Money.
If you don't celebrate it, you wouldn't go spend your money on it.
I guess.
You know why you go?
I think the gift came from the gifts that the three wise men brought, and that's why people give gifts. But it has the holiday has been commercialized, so now we got a overweight white man sliding down chimneys, dropping off gifts.
Yes. So with the biggest deceit of all times, we went from celebrating the birth of Christ, and as you say, the three wise men brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh to Christ as a gift. If the gift has already been given to who it was supposed to be given to, why do we keep giving the gift over and over again?
Somebody decided to capitalize off the holiday.
Okay, but the only way that they can capitalize is if we spend our money.
You're right. But the person created the capitalization off of the holiday, and now it's a tradition.
But not okay. So again, you said something again. Traditions have been set so deep rooted in our culture that even though the truth is right before you and you know that it's messed up, you yourself are not strong enough to break away from the tradition.
I like giving gifts and getting gifts, so
but
I'm not breaking up.
Gifts without it being done on those days. You give your daughter a gift.
It's the whole. We got
the whole
stockings hanging up. We got a tree.
The tradition. So when are you going
Santa Claus cookies?
When are you going to break the tradition and say, you know what? Exactly. So this is why even when you talked about that.
So let me ask you this: did you tell your children there was no Santa Claus, or did you buy them gifts?
Of course I did. Of course I did.
At what age? At what age?
At 6.
You're a terrible dad.
So that white man
you're crushing their fantasies, man.
No, baby, I give my kids.
Could have been a fat black man. Why he had to be white?
What you mean? Because that's what they see on TV.
I see black Santa Clauses on TV too. Not often, but I see them.
You listen, you may have seen it, but what I'm telling you is the image that children see of Santa Claus, whether you go through the mall or whether you look at Charlie Brown or whether you look at the goddamn Simpsons. He's a fat white dude that traveled to Earth and drop off toys to all the kids that's good.
Right.
But then there are some good kids whom parents can afford gifts. Santa Claus said, fuck them. So where is the tradition? And how do you explain that Santa Claus don't love everybody?
Well, I can't speak to that.
Okay, so this is why
as parents, we have to set ourselves up to be able to take care of our responsibilities and take care of our children. Now, I was the type of parent excuse me?
That telling your children a lie is not taking care of them.
What do you mean what kind of lie am I telling them?
You've told them a lie that a fat jolly white man dropped shit off to him once every year. He sounds
like the Tooth Fairy. You tell your kids it wasn't no Tooth Fairy?
Of course, I'm gonna put that damn.
So you told them at 3 years old when they said, "Oh, my tooth came out. I gotta put it under my pillow for tooth fairy." Ain't no tooth fairy. Be quiet. Like what?
I wasn't enlightened enough at that time to be able to do that.
Right.
Though over the years of me living, I've become conscious enough that I am not giving now white man privilege and right and ownership of some shit that I done went out and purchased for my kids. I'm gonna say daddy and mommy went out there and got it. And if you give your kids throughout the year, like you normally do, you give them light, you give them water, you give them shelter, you give them food, you give them all the great gifts that a child could want and have in life.
That's what we supposed to give them.
Now, I give my, hold on. There's nothing wrong with you buying your kids gifts. Understand that. I'm not saying you can't buy your kids gifts. But what I am saying is you don't have to do it on this traditional day. You can give your child a gift.
When I didn't have a bunch of money for Christmas. Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling?
You can give your baby a gift anytime you want to, Savage. But you don't have to always give it when someone else stipulates a time and a date and a place and an hour and a year of when you can give it to them. Because it's not benefiting you and it's not benefiting her. Financially, the only person wins is the retail person. And
well, it depends on what kind of gifts you buy. Because some parents like me, back in the day when I ain't have no money, I knew I had to get my child stuff for Christmas because she was young. But instead of buying a bunch of crap, I bought clothes, stuff that she could use. I wrapped it up. She didn't care. She was happy to rip paper off of stuff. She was a kid. She was a baby. She didn't care. I did what I had to do.
And
I don't see an issue.
You don't see an issue that every year we go back in the same circle of doing the same traditional things. The reason why shit never changed, the reason shit never changed, Savage, is because people don't want to break away from tradition.
True.
Now let me ask you a question. In some countries, it's traditional for a father to give his daughter away to another person that he chooses his daughter to marry.
Right.
Is it okay that they keep that tradition, or would you say that's inhumane and that is wrong to choose a husband for your daughter?
I think it's wrong. I think it should be her choice. But every culture is different.
Okay.
I can't not what they're doing in this country because that's their culture.
But if that's their culture, then you can't call it wrong.
They actually sell the daughter, because I know a friend of mine.
Exactly.
I know two girls who did that, got married that way, and they said what happens is the family or the husband gives certain amount of thousands of dollars to your father, to the bride's father. So he's buying her, and based on whatever the agreed dollar amount is, okay, yes, you can have my daughter.
You might get five Egyptian horses, or get some ox and stuff. You might get some land for promising your daughter to my son. But that is tradition.
We can have some ox right now, some oxtails and gravy and rice, and a dumpling. I'm hungry.
Yes.
But
I'm sorry, I was stressed eating.
So I guarantee you this: if that tradition was done in this country, women would riot daily because they know that tradition is fucked up. But will not stand up and say, you know what? You retailers are not going to continually listen. The vast majority of people, by the time they get through purchasing Christmas for their kids, especially if you got 2-3 kids,
right?
They be in debt.
So by the time your taxes get to you, that shit gotta go toward what you just put on them credit card.
Well, that's on the parent, because think about it. When Christmas comes, right? When Christmas comes in December, you know in 365 days, Christmas is gonna come again. So it's up to you as a responsible parent to financially plan for Christmas. If you let me finish. If you know Christmas is coming, you put a little bit of money away every month. By the time it comes time for Christmas shopping, you have money.
I got you on that.
Or you buy the stuff when you, you buy the stuff. I'm talking. I let you talk all the time.
Paycheck to paycheck.
Say what?
Some people work paycheck to paycheck and they ain't got that money.
Right, and it's up to them to create a secondary hustle. If you live in paycheck to paycheck, it's up to you to make the moves necessary for you to get additional financial income. It's everybody in this world. Everybody got the same 24 hours in a day.
It still don't mean that they got the same situation.
It's up. You're right, but it's up to you to get your shit together.
You know what?
If you working, in my opinion, if you working somewhere and you making $10 an hour and you're not happy and you live paycheck to paycheck, what you gonna do about it? Go back to school, get a trade, get a degree, do something that's gonna bring in additional income. That's how I feel.
Why they going back to school and now they not being able to, because they ain't got no babysitter. So why they
can do it online? It's 2021. Every school got online. That's not a reason.
Shit online like that. Savage. Most people go over there to a campus. Everybody can't learn on the same wavelength. Some people got to be in a class.
Something.
I can't learn online. I need to sit in a classroom and talk to a teacher.
Yes.
Right. That's you. Some people can, but some people that can't learn online go suck it up and figure it out because they know they got to do what they got to do.
That's bullshit.
You're bullshit.
Everybody's situation is different. And so the shit that people go through is different. Some people can't put back $100 a week. Some people can't put back $25 a week. Because guess what?
I didn't say a week. You can even do a month.
$25 a month give you how much money? At the end of 52 weeks.
If you do $25 every 2 weeks, that's $50 a month.
And you going to plan about 12 weeks, and how many? If you got 3 kids, what the hell is that?
You should have laid down and made 3 babies.
By the time Christmas comes, that's 1 PlayStation.
That's it. You gotta buy clothes with that.
I'm a firm believer in if you cannot financially afford to take care of a bunch of kids, don't have a bunch of kids. That's on you.
Now what you're saying is that people should have someone govern them. If you're not financially stable, you shouldn't be able to have children until you're financially stable.
That's not what I said.
They should govern themselves.
In a nutshell.
They should govern themselves.
What you said, Tony?
They should govern themselves.
Right, accordingly. So if I had, when I had my daughter, kids are expensive.
Yeah.
Between the time I had to put in and the money and the emotion and the love, I have no more babies. Who want to give all of that up again and again and again?
Like I have a friend of mine that has five kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 4 kids, but he's married to a girl who already had 2, so that's 6 kids combined.
In the same household?
It's 5 in the household. Was 1 child that's on an outside relationship. So 6 kids, 5 in the house and 1 outside. Now, he know how expensive it is to have kids and to take care of kids, and he's always complaining about a coin now. But he only has 1 son. He had some damn he has all girls and one boy. He had a nerve to say he want to have another boy. He want to have some more kids. You struggling to take care of the ones you got. He said because kids is a gift from God. I said, yeah, but at the same token, God don't make you stupid. God said be wise.
That man
So-
said, God said, be fruitful and multiply.
That's what
I
he
did
said too.
multiply.
He said that too. But you
1
also
times 1 equals 1. Okay.
he multiplied by 6.
Ain't no
You
way.
gotta be like me and just don't multiply a lot. Just don't multiply a lot.
You multiply a lot. Look at the gap between your oldest and your youngest.
It's a what?
Gap in age. Look at the gap, the age difference.
That means
You
that I took my
your
time.
answer.
That means that I took my time.
Legacy, how many kids you got? 10?
That's none of your business. That's none of your business.
Or 15? Oh,
I have 5 boys and 1 girl.
well, see,
You're a
own
boy
boy,
maker.
who I was talking about, it was not you, but he has all girls and 1 boy.
Mm-hmm.
Is the boy the oldest or the youngest or in the middle somewhere?
The boy is the youngest. The boy, he just had the boy maybe 3 years ago, 3, possibly 4 years ago. And the boy is his identical twin. The boy looks just like him.
I'm gonna say, for far as for me, you know, having kids is a lot. I'm gonna just be honest. I mean, but I was living a lucrative life, doing a lot of things that could have taken me away from this world and set me in a prison cell for a long time. If it wasn't for that, then I definitely could say what you and Savage is saying, because you're talking about every child becomes more and more expensive. And it was easy for me to raise boys financially, because my kids were so close in age that you can share stuff.
And boys are cheaper also, because you can get a boy, let's say 4 pair of jeans, and switch out the shirt. Girls, you can't do that. You know, you get a girl 4 pair of jeans. Those 4 pair of jeans got to be each of the 4 can't be the same jean. They got to be different.
Yeah.
Because each time she wear them, people gonna know that she wore. Oh, did you wear that yesterday? Whereas a boy could get away with wearing that same pair of jeans on a Monday and a Friday.
But they make up for it in the price of the shoes.
And today's shoes are so expensive. Cause I remember me growing up as a kid, my shoe was a Converse sneaker, and they wasn't that expensive back then. You know what I'm saying? Now they got Jordans, and Jordans was anywhere from $100 to $1,000.
People still wear Converses though,
right? And you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they be trying to get them Jordans though.
Yeah, that's them ballers. That's them ballers.
You know, but Tony, that a lot of that has a lot to do with parenting. My kids, no lie, I've always told my kids, you know, I use the method of you can get 1 or you can get 2. You can get these 2 pair of Air Force Ones, white and black, for this price, or you can get these 1 pair of Jordans, and that's it. Because I'm not spending $200 and $300 on no damn shoe. I'm the one taking penitentiary chances, and I don't put $200 shoes on my feet.
Hello.
So I know I'm not gonna goddamn put no $200 on your feet.
Just so you can look like your homeboys.
I mean, you can look at women who get kids soon as they baby come out the vagina and get in the incubator and warm up. The motherfuckers wrap. No, don't put that on my baby. I got this Jordan blanket. I got these Jordan booties. All of that shit is talk.
There's a Gucci blanket. There's a Chanel.
Yeah, all of that is talk. So if you had any value in yourself as a parent, then you would know that money you finna go buy on that Gucci blanket, that if it's a real one, $300-400, you can go ahead and set that to the side so you can start your child's college fund.
Now, speaking of that,
Them Jordans that you buy your child at one that cost $65 for an infant, you can put that in for early graduation money. So by the time your child, especially if you get a good 12% interest rate on your money when you do this Roth bank account for your child, that by the time your child is 22, your child can have at least about $250,000 in his or her bank account. See, these are things that I learned later in life that I'm working toward doing for my daughter that I didn't get to do for my boys because I didn't know anything about it. But when you know better, you do better. Am I right or wrong?
I was just about to say that. When you know better, you do better.
That reminds me back when I was working in retail. I remember this girl that worked with me, worked side by side with me. She left on maternity leave to have a baby. She came in there one day shopping before she came back from maternity leave with her baby. After she had been, I'm like, "Oh, girl, let me see your baby." So she brings the baby up to show me, and the baby got on Jordans. And I said, "Them Jordans?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Why you got your baby on them Jordans?" I said, "Why you didn't get them shoes back there that trains their feet? You know, those shoes that we grew up as kids, those white shoes, they are made for infants and they train."
What's the name of those shoes? They was expensive too, but they was good.
Yes, sir.
Stride Right. Stride Right?
That's what they are.
They called Stride Right.
Yeah, they Stride Right.
But I know they cost less than the Jordan.
Because they was ugly, but they did it.
They did what they're supposed to do. But because they weren't fashionable, she didn't want to get those for her child. And then she used the excuse, "Oh, my baby can't wear those shoes." How do you know? They only been in the world 3 days.
The thing about it is, oh, I was gonna say. Oh, the thing about it is, as fast as they grow, you might spend this large amount on these Jordans, but in 2 weeks they're not gonna be able to wear them. That's how fast babies grow.
Because people are stuck in tradition.
Right.
People are stuck in tradition so bad that they will put themselves in debt to continue to keep up the tradition instead of saying, "You know what? I give my kids year round." So if I give my kids year round and I teach my kids that these holidays are nothing, this is just another way to continue to keep you in a home financially. If you teach that child that growing up and show that child a good time throughout the year anyway, that child will take that in, accept it, and grow from it. To where none of these holidays will mean anything. The only day that I feel is worth being celebrated is the day that you came out the womb.
Birthday.
That's the only day that is a legit day that you worship.
Worship.
And the reason I said worship is because you continually do it.
So if I continue to go to work, does that mean I'm worshiping the job?
Let me tell you when it becomes worship. It becomes worship when you're putting your health at the risk of a job that's going to replace you. Either you die or you're not there. They're still going to replace you. So if you don't take care of yourself, you are worshiping the job and the money.
What? I'm so confused right now.
Why?
Say it again.
I said most people get so consumed by their jobs. People who you know make big money spend more time at their job trying to continually make that money that they start.
I get it now. You should have led with that the first time. You didn't say people get consumed by their job.
I didn't know I needed, because I think that the people that's on the podcast are very intellectual individuals. So I didn't think I needed to break it down in Ebonics.
Well, you can't. That's not Ebonics. How is that Ebonics? Because you're not clear in what you're saying.
You couldn't hear it clear. You couldn't get it clearly, but I'm pretty sure.
No. You didn't say it. I'm not the type to read between those lines. Say what you gotta say, because I didn't know you were saying people who are consumed by their jobs. You didn't say that.
That's what I was.
Sir,
you win. You win.
You were here. No. It's not a contest about who wins. All I'm saying is,
you got it. I didn't know I was. I'm like I said, I didn't know. I'm hoping that we all here can understand. So
don't make it seem like I missed something. All you had to do was say and start off with people who are consumed by their job. But you didn't say that. Tony, did you say that? Did you get that from what he was saying?
I understood where he was coming from.
Right, but I didn't get it. So you can't assume. I get it. Don't assume anything. And I ain't got a problem opening up my mouth and saying, "Hey, what you talking about?" Because I don't know.
Exactly.
That has nothing to do with my level of intellect. I just didn't get it.
We'll be right back.
Just in time accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. TeAma Copeland is your independent paparazzi agent. Join her live online Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join her on Facebook at TeAma Sweetness Copeland, or her fan page, Just in Time Accessories, or you can find her on YouTube at TheAnthonyBrownShow. That once again is Just in Time Accessories. Everything is only $5, nickel and lead-free jewelry. TeAma Copeland, independent paparazzi agent. Just in Time Accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. Check her out.
The Shepherd's Heart AME Church of Royal Palm Beach. Contemporary worship for this present age. At the Shepherd's Heart, we're centered on Christ, focused on family, and united in love. We are a come-as-you-are church. No dress code, no judgment, no kidding. The Shepherd's Heart AME Church, where the pastor is yours truly, Reverend Liam South. We're an out-of-the-box ministry. Come, break out of the box with us.
I was involved briefly with a married man who believed he had the courage to leave his wife to be with me and to live his truth. This isn't the typical story of a married man promising to leave his wife for a secret lover. Rather, this is a story in part about a gay man who knew he was gay before he got married, but chose to marry a woman because he didn't know how to break free. Rocky and I met on a gay social media site 3 months after I returned to the East Coast to live, and just 11 months after he was married. At the time we met, he was living and working in Dubai as a contractor for the government on a military base, while his wife was stationed in Tallahassee, Florida, where they had a home. In one of the first messages he sent me, Rocky shared that he was married, but that he had regrets. He explained that he had come out to his mother and siblings when he was 18 years old. He sat there. To listen to more of One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure, a memoir continued, visit audible.com. I was in.
Welcome back. I saw you, Legacy, when what you did backstage. You're a mess. You're a whole fool.
Savage saw.
No, Savage didn't see it. I saw it.
But for me, holidays are just what they are. Just what they are. It's not for the people. It's strictly for retailers, and it is a situation of shaming. It's of shaming.
True.
Because I remember when I was in Job Corps, and I remember we went from people wearing clothes, regular clothes, to uniform. And and then I understood why they did it in the school system. Because if everybody dressed the same and everybody looked the same, it prevents a lot of children from getting picked on because it shows that everybody is on the same financial level, or it seems that everybody is on the same financial level. But kids would even go down if they can't pick at the shirts, the pants, the socks, they will mess with you about your shoes. And people don't realize that Christmas and Valentine's Day and all that stuff is a way for children and adults to, it's called rating. Because if your husband can afford to buy you a new car for Christmas, but I can't afford to buy my wife a car, and they all hang in the same circle. And the vast majority of women who are in that circle, their husband can afford to get their wives new cars, except for me. Now, my wife is in that circle. And people turn around and look at you and be like, well, what did your husband get you? You tell them, oh, he bought me, or he made me a gift this year. Those same individuals start to classify you and make you feel bad.
Unworthy of being in the group.
Unworthy of being in the group, and make you feel that you and your relationship might be fine. But they will cause you to think that you might need to get another man because this man cannot keep you up to par.
Savage.
Yes.
I know you fucking lying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I know you ain't talking how y'all be eating on camera.
I don't be eating on camera.
What?
We sure don't.
I put my avatar up. I put my avatar up.
I'm the one that mentioned the eating on camera. I thought my camera was up. I just wanted you to know I was back. Carry on.
But I just feel like these days have to be abolished because they mean nothing. Nothing. Let's just be real. And people are like it's that it has to happen. You can still be just as happy without celebrating Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, and go on and live life. All you got to do is make a decision that you're not going to do it no more.
Period.
But people are so sad that their children are going to come home or go to school and say, well, my mom and dad don't celebrate Christmas. I didn't get anything for Christmas. You have to teach that shit in the beginning.
Yes, because Jehovah's Witness kids don't have no problem with it.
None.
They don't celebrate.
Let me tell you,
and they cool.
I had a partner named Chris Jones. I never knew Chris didn't celebrate Christmas. Me and Chris was locked up one day, and Chris, you know, I'm in jail sad because I'm in the midst of Christmas. So Chris like, what's wrong with you? Like, another day on Christmas. He's like, bro, I've never had Christmas. I said, you never had? He said, I've never had Christmas.
Never bothered.
He said, my mom, you hear me, Tony?
Go ahead.
He said his mom has never celebrated Christmas, Thanksgiving, or none of that. He said what his mama would do is a week before Christmas, she might.
No, he didn't lose the signal.
She might take him to go get some new Wi-Fi a week before Christmas.
Oh, did you go there? Did you go there?
I did, because he tried it. I done seen him eat on camera before. Don't be coming for me.
Come on, Legacy. Come on back. Savage said your mama a week before Christmas take you to go get some Wi-Fi.
I'm good. But he said his mama would not celebrate it. And so he grew up just as happy as we did. He still had nice clothes, nice shoes, everything that the average child had. He just didn't get them on those days.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris fine. And he raised his kids the same way. And his kids are fine. A.L. school students right now. It's all about the parents and how the parents want to raise their kids and how they want to be perceived. You got some women that'll be in a great relationship, and if they meet a man who don't celebrate those holidays, she got to get from riding.
True. Because
his way of thinking and his belief doesn't coincide with hers. She don't look at it as, damn, he got a point. She look at it as him as he's being cheap.
Hold on, I'm typing something real quick. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
So you got, we talked about December, we talked about January, February, Valentine's Day. So now you got March.
You talking about the leprechaun? you talking about the fictional leprechaun that everybody
your twin.
That would be your twin.
You're short. I'm not.
It doesn't matter. You're under me. You're talking about.
No, I'm not, sir.
Yes, you are. We're not talking about you putting on heels. We're talking about you being flat-footed.
I ain't talking about no heels.
Get your money together and bet it.
My money already together.
Then we can make the bet.
Well, let's make the bet, sir.
So, Tony, we're talking about a fictional leprechaun that people decide that they're going to wear green shit.
First of all, it's an Irish holiday, so black people ain't got no business celebrating it at all, period.
Whatsoever. But niggas
I don't celebrate it, but I buy the clothes when they be on clearance.
See what I'm talking about?
It was $1. Who gonna pass up a pair of pants for $1? Not me.
You could have did something else with that $1.
Yeah, okay, Legacy. I'm gonna let you have that.
Savage, she crazy because I get them dollar shirts too.
Dollar pants? What? I made an outfit off of that. Shoot,
Tony, Savage. I'm not saying don't spend your $1 on a shirt. That's not what I'm saying. If they got some nice shirts that you can go spend $1 on, cool. But we're talking about holidays. We're not talking about random shirts.
I'm talking about hey TeAma.
Hey Ama.
How you doing? Hey my gorgeous family.
We're talking about holidays, right?
I missed it.
We're talking about holidays, right?
Right.
I was talking about clothing, St. Patrick's Day clothing. That's $1.
After the holiday, when everything is clearance, she'll go buy the markdown clothes.
Right.
So she's not celebrating the holiday.
What you celebrating?
The $1.
Because you're not gonna turn around. Now, Savage, she may take it and make a creative thing out of it or whatever. But the average person who buys that are gonna buy that shirt and throw it in the closet so that when that St. Patrick's Day come around, they're gonna wear it.
Nigga, like a person like me might not even be able to fit it next St. Patrick's Day. It is over in there. I'm just saying, I might be a little smaller, might be a little bigger. So
But either way, you might not fit it properly.
I mean, it's stretchy anyway. It's spandex anyway, so it's gonna wrap around this ass one way or another. It's getting on there. That bitch might look sprayed on, but it's going on there.
So that's March. So now you got April.
What's in April?
Easter.
I don't even want to. I'm gonna let y'all have that one.
Hey, Mello. Mello said, "What they do?"
I don't even want to get into Easter. Easter is one of the fakest. Easter and New Year's is probably the two fakest days of the year to me.
How was Easter fake? I gotta hear this.
Break it down.
Mello said, "What come with more pounds?"
Hell if I know, bro. Ass.
What's wrong with Easter?
It has nothing to do with the Easter Bunny.
Easter is a day that Americans believe that Christ rose from the dead after sitting in the tomb for 3 days, where there's no factual proof that ever even took place.
So I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
You asked me.
All you gotta do is say, "I don't believe in the resurrection." That's it. That would have this up.
No,
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Not doing it.
Close your ears. Close your ears. Most people celebrate. Guess what they do? They go and spend money on new clothes to walk into church to say that they bought an Easter outfit.
And do their Easter speech.
You could have just went to church with some tradition. You're making my point even more valid.
No, that's just your opinion. I like the tradition. I give the kids something to look forward to. Whether you feel like it's right or wrong, that's your opinion. I got my opinion, and that's it.
Okay, then. So what? So then, guess what? When we was just talking about marriage and women taking a knee and proposing to the man, you was like, hell no.
That's right.
But it's all tradition. And just because you prefer to have a man do that to you does not make any other woman less because
Mello
they did
said, "Don't be out here asking with people's beliefs." Oh, Mello, he just said he wanted to say he ain't gonna shift what I believe. But I appreciate the backup, bro.
I ain't trying to challenge nobody's belief. If people can believe what the hell they want to believe. At the end of the day, one day we're gonna all have to be proven right or wrong.
I believe Easter is about the resurrection. Jesus died on the cross and rising on the third day. People have Americanized the holiday and created this to have commercialized the holiday and made Easter bunnies. And shout out to the peeps. I love the peeps. Cotton candy peeps. Shout out to the cotton candy peeps. All different flavor candy. Listen, I love me a good cotton candy peep. Now, y'all don't know this, but I feel some type of way about cotton candy, and they're to put it in a peep. As much as I love marshmallows, I put them in a bowl and heat them up and let them get soft. Eat them with a spoon.
Let's move on to.
Don't be moving on from my peep. Let me marinate in my marshmallow for a minute.
Get your peep on then. Get your peep on.
So that's April. So what about May?
That would be Memorial Day.
And Mother's Day.
We're not talking about that trash.
I can't.
We're not talking about that fictitious day that if I honor my mama every day of the week, every day of the year, I don't have to go buy none of that fake shit to give my mama every year. I'm going to give my mama love and her roses and respect while she's on the earth. I don't have to go out and buy materialized shit to prove how much I love my mama.
Now, I heard somebody say,
I don't have to do that.
That if he's dating a female, he don't have to buy her a gift. It's for the child buying something for the mother.
Say what, Tony?
I heard a guy tell me one time that if he's dating a female, he's like say he's in a relationship with a young lady, and Mother's Day comes around, it's up to her children to buy her a gift. That's the mother. He's supposed to buy for his mother, not him buying for his girlfriend.
Yeah, I know it. I know where that came from. Yes. Because that's not his mama.
I thought that was so interesting when I heard that. I was like, I never looked at it that way. Like our senior used to say things that make you go,
Things to make you go, Things to make you go, yeah.
Okay, so that's a May. So it's still spending money in
Sorry,
May.
y'all. I done had that Cinnabon that was nasty, but I ate most
got
of it.
another holiday in that month too, Tony.
In May?
Yeah.
What, your birthday or something?
Legacy birthday? Legacy Day?
Yeah.
That's another bullshit day.
Right. Take it off the calendar. It don't mean shit. Mello said that's some Tony touch. Some touch Tony shit.
Oh God.
I got dyslexic for a second. That's the
Hey, TeAma.
Hey.
Folks,
What it is, lady?
I like your new picture.
I was tired. I was so tired, y'all.
I figured as much.
Honey, Boo Boo Kitty couldn't even wake up.
Okay.
Not the Boo Boo Kitty.
Wow.
Crazy.
So we finished with May. Now we're on to June.
June ain't shit.
Wouldn't that be something
like that?
Exactly, and that's just how y'all treat the fathers too.
So because
all the way out Father's Day.
I'm with no.
Everybody don't treat the fathers like crap, Legacy.
I'm going all the way out for Father's Day because I got a reason to actually celebrate the jump.
So, TeAma, let me ask, and Savage, let me ask you this. For Father's Day, do you buy for your father or do you buy for your husband? Or both?
I personally buy for both.
I buy for my father, which we do balloons up in the air and stuff like that, like to commemorate him. But this will be my first year ever celebrating Father's Day. Somebody other than my father. I say Happy Father's Day. If you got a baby with another bitch, that ain't my job. Father's Day. But if you got, then I gotta stop the world. Next.
Kudos to you, TeAma, for understanding that. And you, Savage, you say you buy for your spouse. At the end of the day, as long as it's an equal process, that if you knew that your husband liked to goddamn cut the yard and he need a John Deere lawnmower, and he want to ride instead of pushing the lawnmower, he wanna ride lawnmower. Go buy the man a fucking ride lawnmower for Father's Day. If it costs $2,000-$3,000 and that you want to surprise him because you know he like cutting the yard, go buy that man a goddamn ride lawnmower. So you see how you shake your head?
You gotta live after Father's Day and Mother's Day.
Exactly. So I'm trying to tell people you don't have to spend no goddamn money at the end of those holidays, and you can still have some money.
I just don't know what to say to you anymore, Legacy. I don't know what to say to you, sir. I just round my face up like.
I just don't celebrate that shit. It's just not real.
Okay.
So are you saying that we should not celebrate Father's Day? Let me know, because June.
No, this is what I'm saying, TeAma. I've been saying since the beginning of the show that since all of this is fake and it only benefits the retailers, if you love the person that you're with, it doesn't take a holiday for you to make a determination on if you're going to go do something special for them. So no, you don't have to get that gift on Father's Day because you might be giving gifts throughout the year up until it gets to Father's Day. Now I'm not looking for a gift on Father's Day because my woman has gave me from January all the way to Father's Day. So if she wakes up and there's a breakfast in there for me and there's a card that tells how much she loves me and that's all there's that, I don't feel any kind of way because I know from her prior actions that she gives a damn about me.
Okay, so I don't need to do Father's Day. That's all you say.
Cheap ass. Melo said cheap ass.
Hey, look, thank you.
Call him out.
Hey, look, Legacy just told me that ain't a holiday that I need to celebrate. Okay.
No.
Facts.
See,
Hashtag real cheap ass.
Let's say it again. I said you don't have to sell because you're probably going to make sure Wick has what he needs, love, affection, all of this throughout the year. So when these holidays come around, you don't have to do what everybody do traditionally because you spending that money does not benefit Wick like that. You don't, and me knowing who you are so far, I know that you will help a friend. So if you're willing to help a friend financially, I know that you don't have a problem breaking bread with your dude.
Well, let me tell you. If he waits to do it, he'll be waiting his whole fucking life. Next, TeAma not do it. Me, Mother's Day, I didn't do anything this Mother's Day. My son was the one that actually did everything this Mother's Day. My oldest.
Of course, not your youngest.
Okay.
You think about it. Actually, the youngest one did his own popping for that day. Remember you calling me? I did. So I don't know. With it, I don't care for holidays. Period. I was raised a Jehovah's Witness.
TeAma, let me ask you a question. By you being raised a Jehovah's Witness, right?
Yes.
Do you think that you were cheated out of life?
Hell no.
Would you say that throughout the year and your mama don't do holidays and all that stuff, that your mother still gave you in ways that people who waited for holidays still didn't get as much as you got?
Yeah. Of course.
So
with Jehovah's Witnesses, what they do is like how y'all have to wait all year round to have a birthday party. Jehovah's Witnesses does events and birthday parties just because to have things for their kids to do. So within saying that, shoot, every summer we'll have a party. Every break they'll throw a party, and all the Jehovah's Witness kids will get together, bounce house, all the like. We literally used to live our best life.
So your mother broke the tradition, the mental Americanized slavery machine of being able to be conditioned that you're gonna continue to go.
TeAma, did you knock on Melo's door?
Melo said
in the morning?
Melo, listen. To knock on my door. Honey.
But TeAma, how many kids you knew grew up who family could not afford to get them Christmas and to get them things for their birthday and stuff, and they were devastated?
A lot. Well, not really a lot, because let me tell you, I grew up in Pleasant City. Well, I lived in Pleasant City for a little bit. When we lived there, like the churches and stuff would give the family that could not afford Christmas gifts. Like it was so many programs that gave to those that didn't have. So when a kid don't know and is used to not having, it becomes the norm. So it ain't like this generation to where they must have what the next person have.
Right, right. So that basically, if we raise our kids to understand the value that none of this means nothing, that this is traditional. Most people feel like if you tell your kids the truth and you go against the tradition, that you are showing your children that you don't love them because you're not going with the tradition.
Some people do feel that way, but you got to realize everybody has the right to have their opinion. But at the end of the day, if you raise your kids to think that material things is what's going to make them, those same things are going to be what break your kids.
In the end, yes, it will. Yes, it will.
So, I don't know.
The only thing I'm saying is if you had one child and from birth, the money that you calculate that you would spend for Christmas, if you threw that in an account every Christmas for your child at the end of the year, from that child being born to that child getting ready to go off to college, the money that child would have leaving to go off into college would be so immense that child, you have financially gave your child a boost that you or nobody else had growing up but prior to you, and now your child is financially stable to do what he or she wants to do when they get out of their mama and daddy house.
Speaking of that legacy, I used to work with the company Primerica, and a friend of mine works with another company, does financial planning, and that reminds me, see, because most Black people don't talk to their children about finances, about savings, about future, about life expectancy, stuff like that. So what I might want to do is, I think you said you had a relative or a cousin or something that was in the business. I want to probably get them on the show one night, and we can do a show. Let's educate our people.
I can make that happen, my brother.
Got my Goldie gummies.
Yes, you do.
So funny.
So let's go. Let's matter of fact, I think we also missing a holiday in June besides Father's Day. I think isn't Juneteenth when the actual day that
June 19th. June 19th.
Yes, the actual true Independence Day for Black people.
Mm-hmm. For Black people.
For African Americans, it's June 19th, not 4th of July. And the vast majority of people don't even know that. And we talking about African Americans. And
do you celebrate the 4th of July?
When I say none of that shit, I mean none of it.
Don't talk to me like that. Hey, sis, dang, I just woke up. What I missed?
Savage. None of it, baby. None of it.
I love Christmas, but I tell my kids straight up, if you see a fat white man coming in the house, bitch, you better grab
him.
Shoot him.
Kill him. Cause he coming in there to rape, pillage, and steal. Hey, Miss Adrian. But so let's talk about how money. We talking about revenue now. Why is it that Juneteenth we don't have fireworks and all this shit for Juneteenth?
Because Black people don't come together for shit. What you mean?
She done woke up, y'all. She done woke up.
Because another thing, Black people don't even know that's our Independence Day.
Yes, they don't know it.
I didn't start seeing people wear Juneteenth memorabilia until last year. Before last year, I never saw a Juneteenth shirt. Now people making Juneteenth shirts, masks, bags.
Yes.
Speaking of that, Savage, let me ask you this here, Savage. When you went off to college, they didn't talk about it in college?
No.
So that means that even in HBCU,
HBCU.
even in a HBCU college, they don't have enough African American education to educate
Let me
the
say
school
this. Let me say
system.
this though. Hey sis, hey Adrian. Let me say this. Now I'm not saying that the school didn't teach it. I'm saying the class I took didn't talk about it because it's different types of history classes. So it could have been taught in the African American history class.
Yeah, well, he
okay.
If the campus didn't lock down on the set, it was set up for June 10th. Nope. Nowhere in Tallahassee was that advertised like the 4th of July.
No, I'm not. No, he asked, was it mentioned in the classrooms?
Savage,
actually sad.
let me say this. Nobody has to mention to nobody that 4th of July is Independence Day in America. Nobody has to mention that to nobody. The whole world know that July the 4th is Independence Day for America. Now,
flag there, and that's all you see up and down the street.
Yes, they're gonna let you know. Matter of fact, Walmart gonna show you, Family Dollar's gonna show you, Dollar Tree gonna show you, they're gonna show you a week or two, maybe a month and a half before that day come, that guess what? The 4th of July is around the corner. Because America does not advertise Juneteenth because it's not a day that America wants people to spend their dollar. You don't see it in Walmart. You don't see it. You don't see none of that because it is a day that black dollars can circulate with black people. But we would go right out of Juneteenth and get right down after that, and you'll see everybody going to the fireworks store, spending another thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to shoot bottle rocket fireworks up in the air, celebrate independence, and a bitch ain't got no goddamn independence yet.
Well, I can help you with this. It's the day before Father's Day. It gonna be missed again this year. Cheers.
So what's that, TeAma?
I said Juneteenth is the day before Father's Day, which Father's Day is on June 20th. It will be missed again. Cheers.
We missed again.
It's gonna be exactly. And to say something that you said, Savage, being real, I never knew about Juneteenth until about 5 years ago. Because nowhere in school, nowhere in college had I ever heard about Juneteenth until about 5 years ago.
Right.
Nowhere.
The first time I heard about it was probably like about 5 to 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this shit. You're gonna see people with t-shirts and hats and masks.
Okay, so that's June. We got July. We already talked about July, which is 4th of July, which has nothing to do with us.
Nothing. That's that Paul Revere, George Washington, Christmas addict shit.
That make you Big Mad Legacy. That make you Big Mad.
To be for real, yeah, dude.
Let me tell you, you wake up.
When they received their independence, we were still enslaved.
America have nothing to do with us, but we wake up in it every day.
That's true.
Yeah, because when they received their independence, we were still enslaved.
Yes.
So that day had nothing to do with the African Americans.
No.
But yet on 4th of July, we all get our slab of ribs, baked beans, mashed potatoes,
macaroni and cheese, Georgia sausages.
Let me help you. I'm finna be crystal clear with you. The criminal in me, I have never celebrated the 4th of July because I always felt if there was any time that you wanted to shoot somebody that you had beef with,
that was the time.
That
was the time.
Pretty much.
And now we're around to August.
I think August brings about what, President's Day or Christopher Columbus' birthday or something like that.
August brings about school clothes shopping.
All I know, y'all some full
That need to be a holiday within itself.
Holidays.
Tax free at that.
Y'all some full Americans. I don't know half of these holidays by the months. But the 4th of July, because they put it in there.
Yeah, I don't know the months either. I just found out today Memorial Day was on the 31st of this month. I thought we didn't have no more off days of work, but praise God, we got an extra day.
So yeah, so August you got back to school, President's Day.
September, I know Labor Day in September.
Yep.
That I do know.
September
Halloween,
1st.
October.
So you're still spending money in August, folks back to school. Got to get his kids school clothes.
You spending money for the Labor Day picnic.
Yeah.
Then October, you spending money for the costumes. November, we buying turkeys.
September is what? You said Memorial Day?
Labor
Day.
And one of those days in between August and September, we celebrate Christopher Columbus' birthday.
I don't.
What American society does.
This whole story is a fucking lie.
A whole lie.
Right? Because when he got here, we was already here.
A whole damn lie.
But to be truthful, Tony,
then you had the Chinese people before. The Chinese people was running through here before anybody.
Christopher Columbus never landed in America. Never.
Nope.
He landed in the Virgin Islands.
True.
He never set foot in America.
Right.
A lot of people don't want to talk about it or know that, but when you're a programmer,
that line behind person got a day though.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I just never understood how can someone lay claim to something. That's like being the first person to land on the moon. You get there and the Russian flag is already there. You take it out of the moon, throw it on the ground, and stake your book and say,
I'd be like, hey, this a bitch. These witches gonna beat me over here. Fuck that. This is Sammy territory. Put my flag in the ground.
And get what? Go stand on the fact that we were the first person here. Even in the story that they tell about Christopher Columbus, it tells of how this man, and he came to the Virgin Islands because he didn't know where he was sailing. He landed, he seen the Indians there. They greeted him nicely. The dude left again and came back with more.
Anya?
Adrian said, I knew my entire life about it only because my great-great-grandfather was a slave owner and my dad taught us all about the history.
It's hard. So let's say September. October, we celebrate Halloween. Now, as Christianized as the United States of America is,
Christianized.
Halloween has been deemed an evil day.
You know they made fall. They call it fall holiday.
Yeah, fall holiday.
Fall festivals and dress up for fall festivals.
Yeah, they do. And then we turn around and say, how can we take something so ceremonial like Halloween, which, supposed to be about witches, brews, and pumpkins, and all the negative stuff, the demons supposed to come out like Thriller. All of this supposed to happen on this day. There you go.
Y'all cannot see Werewolf in Thriller. He was so sick.
Midnight. Something evil lurking in town. You try to scream.
Yeah.
I got excited.
Huh? Oh, okay.
They go to the link. Come on and chat with us.
But they turn around and monetize it and say, you know what? These same things that we feel that are wrong and evil, now we're gonna make costumes about it, and we're gonna sell it.
We
and
just
we're
gonna
make
call it
money
a fall holiday.
They what?
We're just gonna call it a fall holiday and keep it moving.
No, it's still called Halloween.
No, churches call it a fall festival.
We're not dealing with what churches call. I'm talking about what it's called on the calendar. It's called Halloween.
I know what you talk about on the calendar. I know what you're talking about, sir.
We're not going to change it because a few churches decided that we're going to try to make it festive.
A lot of churches call it fall festival.
They try to make it so their kids don't feel left out. Sometimes it's okay for kids to be fucking left out.
But they still celebrate Halloween though.
They still celebrate Halloween.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They try to cover that up. No, we're not gonna put a name on Satan to cover it up. So that's why I don't understand now with churches at all. Period. I never understood. Never did. But
Miss Adrienne, if you're still with us, click the link right there and come on the show. I gotta share something with you.
You have to do stuff like that because you're trying to accommodate something that should already be off limits. No, we agree with that holiday. No, we're not gonna put a spin on it to make it nice. Fuck that.
That's right. That's right.
They do.
That's how I am with that day.
Yep. Then let's slide into the good
November
old month of Thanksgiving where some of the best cooking in the world take place.
So you got Thanksgiving and Black Friday.
I call Thanksgiving family gathering day.
That's a good.
Give or take 5 years ago when I first started Uber, I would literally be driving around and I would have my best friend in my ear, this girl that I was cool with, and and Melvin would be in my ear. So all these people they own a 4-way with us because we was all doing Uber. I told this one Indian lady, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. When I tell you she read my yellow ass that whole damn ride, she say, what do I have to be thankful for? They raped, they scalped, they killed my people. Like, from that day forth, I have never said Thanksgiving anything to nobody. I say happy family get together day.
Okay.
Because the word Thanksgiving, when you say that, you're literally hurting one whole culture. That's like you telling them happy nigger day.
Adrian said her reception is bad. Anthony.
Adrian, over that house, I'm telling. I am telling.
Nah, Adrian asking, she got a town. She on that trip.
I'm picking on.
Oh, Legacy. Yeah, yeah.
Going to sleep. Yeah. That went all the way over your head. What you doing?
I'm sorry. I'm very, very tired. I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
Girl, me too. Tony tried to wake me up. Ask him how did that go?
Okay. Not well at all.
Yeah, I throw darts. I am beyond tired. Okay. Hey,
there you are, girl.
Hey.
Hey, listen, I have a young lady that called me today. She says, Anthony. I said, yes. She said, guess what? I said, what? She said, I was up 2:00 this morning and I grabbed I got up at 2:00 in the morning because I was hungry. And when I grabbed my phone, a notification of something popped up and it was your show, your previous show. So I said, okay. She said, so I was up. So I said, I'll watch the show. She said, that damn Legacy and Adrian, she said, I love them. Them two right there. So she assumed that you're a part of the show now. You're one of our honorary cast members. She loved the energy that you and Legacy had going back and forth.
Oh yeah.
She said she loved how you were saying stuff like, a bitch can't say nothing about you because you're gonna tell your own truth.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
She said, I love that about her. She said, I love her. She said, when is she coming back on the show?
Like them hoes can talk about me right now, laid up in this bed with this young man in the dirty 30s. I don't give a damn.
Okay.
I'm first.
But you're doing fine. Look, they're talking about you, but guess what? They wish they was there.
I don't give a shit. Got me where I can't see damn good. It's so dark out here, I can't even see my hand in front of my face.
But I saw you on Facebook. Y'all was enjoying yourself.
Who? Oh, me and Anya. Yeah. We had a day. Yeah, we did. I was sitting the next day from all them shaking everywhere. I was here for a few minutes, but the reception is so bad. Why is this damn thing echoing like this? That's probably Legacy. Don't worry about it. Oh.
Legacy ain't doing nothing and ain't saying nothing.
Legacy, you Legacy mute. Let's do the test. Legacy mute. Like I said, that's Legacy.
You won't hear it now.
Yeah, okay. Lord have mercy. I was so mad I missed the show. I woke up, I was like, damn.
Yes, we were talking about holidays and what do they mean, and basically Legacy was defending, saying that all the holidays was only for the women, even the one that's Father's Day.
Oh my God. I'm so glad I overslept. I'm so glad I overslept. How's all the holidays only for the women?
You overslept.
Oh,
Miss Angel, did you shoot me?
Either they was not putting
in. Okay, Legacy. I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna go back and watch the replay. I'm gonna watch the video. But I'm sure the video ain't you can watch it about how Legacy felt like it was okay for a woman to propose to a man, and men only value women's vaginas. That's what he said. I'm trying to tell him men can be stimulated mentally by the woman. He basically saying no, it's all about the vagina. And that's the only thing.
Oh yeah, that's what you missed.
Watch that ignorance, sis.
I'm
This what you
gonna do
missed.
a whole video of me proposing, okay? I'm gonna do a whole video of me proposing to a man.
I was saying, is this what we've come to? Legacy said he don't see any reason why a woman should not be able to propose to a man. If she feels it's time and she want to propose and move forward in a relationship, by all means, propose.
I'm gonna propose on Father's Day. I got that. I don't know who's gonna get on.
You're already wrapped up, TeAma, so there's no more. There's no need for you doing it.
I'm not wrapped up. He better take that ring while I'm standing up on all 2 feet. I ain't getting on no ground. That's a double negative.
Me neither. I'm not with that. I'm not with that.
I'm a queen. I can't bow. I'm sorry.
And I'm a king, and I can't either.
That's a lie. You told me you do head and shoulders. So
I do what?
She said head and shoulders. Listen here.
Hey, you can't wait to throw it at you.
Oh, y'all a whole mess.
Dang, it's 10:49 already.
Yes, we're bringing the show to a close. So anyway, do anyone else have anything else want to say on the topic, or anything in general, or anything that we missed or should have said?
If I go.
A.T.L. Force.
Miss Adrian, you have
TeAma,
anything you want to
when you
say?
had that baby?
Huh?
When you had that baby?
5, 10, 21.
What is it?
5, 10, 21.
The 10th.
The 10th of May?
Yeah.
You had the baby?
I'm a full mom in these streets. Yes, I did. He's here.
Shut the hell up. Anybody told me you had the baby?
Anya was with me. Just so you know, I was on the phone with your friend right now. I went in the hospital by myself. And then she called me and was talking to me for about a good 20 minutes before she realized what she was in.
Wait, I'm so confused.
I kept it a whole secret. I'm
so confused. So you had that baby last week?
Yeah.
What kind of bullshit is that? Congratulations and shit. I've been saying.
That's crazy.
Well, okay. Because I can say, damn, she been pregnant a long fucking time.
No, he was only 32 weeks. But yeah, it seemed like a long time to me. That's why I was trying to evict him. But Anya was on the phone with me for the whole thing. Like literally. She's asking me about suitcases and all of this stuff. We having a full conversation, and then this one nurse just had to keep running her mouth.
Well, why you didn't want to tell nobody? Because the baby was early?
No, I didn't tell. Literally, I wound up having a scare because my sugar got real low, and so did his, so he wasn't moving. So basically, I was like, oh snap. And then I just went by myself. I ain't called my mama. I ain't called nobody. Anya just wound up calling me. And then all hell broke loose afterwards. Pretty much that's what happened.
But he home now, right?
Nope. He's going to be at the hospital till he's after 35 weeks.
How many weeks is that? So like another 2 weeks?
About 3 weeks.
3 more weeks.
Tony over there about to die. Like literally, he could not wake me up. Tony could not wake me up to get on this podcast. My body is tired.
We said A.T.L home.
Legacy, you have anything you want to say?
Child, Miss Adrian, yeah, we done blew.
I can hear you, Legacy.
Yeah, because I am stuck right now.
Adrian, you need to stay backstage for a minute. Stay backstage when we in.
Okay.
A.T.L home.
My nigga 2-4 the GOAT, these other niggas basic.
Say what? No nigga wrist a silver chain around the neck. Say what? A.T.L show coming for their neck. Say what? We gon' say it all different from the rest. Say what? A.T.L show, know that we the best. Say what? Yeah, who was that? A.T.L show, coming live, speak about the world. Know that we is still. We got Anthony, TeAma, Legacy, the podcast. On God, we're taking over with the A.T.L show.
My nigga 2 for the GOAT, these other niggas basic.
Say what? No nigga wrist a silver chain around the neck. Say what? A.T.L show coming for their neck. Say what? We gon' say it all different from the rest. Say what? A.T.L show, know that we the best. Say what? Yeah, who was that? A.T.L show coming live, speak about the world. Know that we is still. We got Anthony, TeAma, Legacy, the podcast. On God, we're taking over with the A.T.L show.